Imagine this. You're surrounded by people chasing success. Some try to play clean. They hustle. They wait. Others manipulate, deceive, and destroy whatever stands in their path. And still, who rises? Who ends up on the throne? It's not the kind, not the just. It's the relentless, the brutal, the ones who never ask permission. This isn't a fluke. This is the system. And to see it clearly, you need to confront one of the most disturbing truths of all. Power isn't granted to the good. It's claimed by the bold. From school to screen, we're fed a comfortable illusion that success is a reward for honesty, effort, and talent. But history, politics, and business whisper a darker story, a more accurate one. One Nietzsche knew all too well. Power does not flow to the virtuous. It flows to the victorious. The world isn't designed to uplift the noble. It's engineered to reward those who understand it and have the stomach to bend it. Success isn't about fairness. It's about domination, control, strategy. So why do corrupt politicians thrive? Because they play the real game, not the one they sell to the public. They shape narratives, manipulate systems, and silence threats. Justice doesn't rule politics, leverage does. Morality becomes a luxury. Influence becomes the prize. History's greatest rulers weren't paragons of virtue. They were tacticians, strategists, masters of deception. They made alliances, then betrayed them. They gave speeches, then broke promises. They understood one thing most people never grasp. Power isn't offered, it's taken. Why do cutthroat CEOs dominate industries? Because business isn't a community. It's a battlefield. The leaders who thrive aren't the kindest. They're the coldest when they need to be. They cut when others hesitate. They fire to save the company or themselves. They don't apologize. They act. The economy doesn't reward kindness. It rewards conquest. Alexander didn't build an empire with handshakes. He raised cities to send a message. Caesar didn't become emperor by being polite. He betrayed the republic to crown himself. Napoleon didn't follow the rules. He rewrote them in his name. These men weren't evil. They were real. They understood something the masses never do. To make history, you must be willing to transcend morality. Society loves fairness, but who defines fair? The ones already in power. The ones writing the rules. You're told to obey the law while the elite bend it. You're told loyalty matters until you're replaced. You're told justice wins while power protects itself. This isn't corruption. This is structure. And it punishes the naive. Nietzsche didn't just question morality, he dismantled it. In Beyond Good and Evil, he exposed the myth that our sense of right and wrong isn't universal. It's strategic, invented by the weak to bind the strong. Those without power create systems to shame those who might rise above them. But the powerful, they see morality for what it is, a cage, and they refuse to be chained. At Nietzsche's core is one idea, the will to power. Humans don't seek peace. We crave power in every form, physical, mental, creative, emotional. It's the drive to shape reality in your image. The greatest minds in history weren't seeking permission. They were bending the world to fit their will. They weren't passive. They were architects of dominance. The will to power isn't about cruelty. It's about overcoming, transcending limits, creating instead of complying. Nietzsche divided the world in two: a master morality, the morality of the strong, ambition, strength, excellence, not asking for approval, just taking what must be taken. Slave morality, the morality of the weak, humility, obedience, victimhood, praises suffering and vilifies success, not to uplift but to suppress. Why is ambition called arrogance? Why is dominance called toxic? Because those without power fear those who wield it. But morality isn't a law. It's a tactic. And the real question Nietzsche poses is this: will you follow the morality built to control you, or build your own? because those who cling to inherited values will be trapped by them. But those who question, who test, who redefine, they rise. History does not glorify the obedient. It remembers the defiant. It's not about being evil. It's about seeing clearly. The world doesn't reward the purest hearts. It rewards those with psychological firepower. What traits truly matter? Ambition, a hunger that doesn't fade. Not dreaming, doing, demanding more. Decisiveness, the ability to move. No hesitation, no waiting for perfection, just action. Fearlessness, most people flinch. You don't. You see fear as a compass, guiding you toward greatness. A strategic ruthlessness, knowing when to bend the rules and when to break them. Kindness when it's useful, cold resolve when it's necessary. This is the psychology of power. But here's the paradox. Power taken blindly burns. Power understood sustains. Look at Caesar. He rose, then bled on the Senate floor. Napoleon crowned himself, then fell in the snow of Russia. Even corporate giants fall. Blockbuster laughed at Netflix. Kodak invented digital and buried it. Power, once mismanaged, turns on its owner. You must master it or be destroyed by it. The true secret? Balance. Morality isn't useless. It's just not sacred. It's a tool. Use it when it serves you, but never become its slave. So here's your challenge. Reject blind obedience. Build psychological strength. Stay tactical. Adapt constantly. Because those who rise with balance, they don't just conquer. They last. The world doesn't honor saints. It remembers strategists. Heroes fall. Legends build. Power belongs to those who seize it and understand how to keep it. So ask yourself, will you live by borrowed rules? Or will you rise above them,